I'm here. I'm my one viewer. Ugh, comfortable. Okay. I'm gonna run an ad now while no one's paying attention. Okay, 15%. I think what? Oh, thank you, Roy Brewer. I appreciate it. Work sucks. I work tomorrow. I'm gonna wait till 5:05, and we'll get started. Scrolling through Twitter, you know. Bedroom. Their little pussies are amazing. I'm gonna text my husband. I appreciate the signal boost. That's very nice of you. I want to wait till like, I don't know, more people get in here. I suppose at some point I should just start. I got a new cup today. I'm going to try and show you. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. Oh, it shows up really well. It's matte black and it's textured. It's like studded, and it's like the most soothing thing to touch it. Like all of my anxiety problems are disappearing as I touch this cup. It's so nice. I saw it at Target at the what's that store? At the Starbucks and Target last week. And I'm like, there's no way they're gonna have it today. It was literally a week ago. And we went in and they had two left. And my husband got it for me for Valentine's Day. It is hat day. It's dirty hair day. And I didn't feel like putting dry shampoo in. It's hat day. So say something hat day. I'm very grungy today. Like all I need is like a flannel tied around my waist. And I could be in like the 90s, which would be great. Ooh, I have a text message. Probably my husband holding the trinity up as the bedroom.
Ruin has come to our family.
I got my
You
friend
remember our
for
venerable
like
house?
for birthday and Christmas,
Opulent and
I got
imperial,
like those hunting
gazing
killers
proudly
subscription
from its
boxes.
stoic
Now I
perch
get like
above the moor.
5 emails a day from
I
them.
lived all my years in
And
that
I hate
ancient,
it.
rumor-shadowed manor. Fattened by decadence and
So we're playing
luxury.
Darkest Dungeon. It's got a
And yet
dungeon
I
that's
began
really
to tire
dark,
of conventional
and
extravagance.
it's your job to turn on the light.
Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power.
This is like heavily based
With
on
relic and ritual, I bent
like
every effort towards the excavation
Lovecraftian,
and recovery of
like
those
cosmic
buried
horror
secrets,
stuff.
exhausting what remained of our family fortune on
And you have this
swarthy
ancestor, and he's like, "Hey, I got this house. It's freaking haunted. There's a
At
dungeon
last,
under it.
in the
Come
salt-soaked
explore it."
crags beneath the lowest
And
foundations,
you.
we
That's
unearthed
the
that damnable portal of antediluvian evil.
But it's really good. The writing is very good.
Our every
Art
step
style is really good.
unsettled the ancient
It
earth,
requires strategy,
but we
which
were in a realm of
not always
death and madness.
the ancestor is just telling us
In the
about
end,
how
I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity. Until consciousness failed me.
ooh, windy outside.
You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows.
That's it. So yeah, basically your ancestor sends you a letter, and he's like, "Hey, this dungeon, it's really dark. Come, make it not dark." And that's it. But basically, I'm just gonna read what it says. Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned. Heroes will die. When they die, they stay dead. Progress autosaves frequently, so actions are permanent. I guess. But yeah, so you have to use strategy. Character dies, they for the most part stay dead unless you get a special event that allows you to bring them back from the dead, which doesn't happen that often. I did start a new game, but like I didn't start it, I just did it. And yeah, so your characters, you go into these dungeons, you explore them, and you fight monsters and whatnot. And as your characters fight more monsters and go deeper in the dungeon and the light goes out, your characters get stressed out. And if they get stressed out, stuff can happen. They sometimes go insane. Sometimes they get like real courageous and like brave, but most of the time they go insane. And yeah, that's like the basic gist. These are my two starting people. So the guy in the front, the navigation, the map is like rooms, and you use your right analog stick to pick which room you want to go to, and then you have to walk through the hallways between them. Sometimes it's not like actual hallways, it's like a forest or something. Yeah. This guy in the front is a crusader. The guy behind him is a highwayman. And every character has different like perks and like pluses and minuses, good things, bad things. There's different positions you put your characters in, and what position they're in determines what attacks they can do. Some characters can only attack from like the front and back positions and stuff like that. It's really interesting.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Oh
Dispatch
no,
this
and
thug
then
in brutal fashion, that all
and
may
then
hear of your arrival.
combat is turn-based. Your hero's turn, select skill icon, and then select target. Oh yeah, I'm playing this on the Switch, and you can use the touch screen, obviously. I thought that was really neat. There are no... You can't select a particular skill, it's because a hero needs to be standing in a different spot. You mentioned that. Or there are no valid targets. So not only can your character has to be in the right spot, the enemy also has to be in the right spot. So if if their move only attacks enemies in like the back position and there's no enemies in the back position, your character can't. I also think this art style is really cute. Cute creepy.
A death by inches.
This so, oh, we got loot. Love it. 100 gold. You sometimes find objects that are interactable in the environment, and like sometimes you just open it. Like sometimes it's the chest and you just open it, but sometimes like it's a chest and you have to use it. If you use a key to open it, you get like more loot. There's like different items you can buy that allow you to interact with things differently and give you certain bonuses.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to
Another
be found
thing
in
that happens to your
forgotten
characters
places.
is during your quests
Send these
and after
vermin
your
a
quest, your
message.
characters will
The
get
rightful
different
owner has
personality
returned,
perks.
and their kind
Some of
is
them are
no
good,
longer
a
welcome.
lot of them are bad. Like sometimes your character might become afraid of the dark, which means that you have to have your torch level at a certain percentage the entire game. Or sometimes they'll get tetanus, which like affects their health. And so you need to either just work around those things and deal with it, or you have to take them to like the hospital and deal with it. And sometimes if you leave something too long, it becomes permanent. I'm going to deal with this. Ooh, stunning. Ew. We dodged. We love it. I guess I should describe it. Okay, so my Highwayman has the skill Open Bane, which can only attack front two positions. It has an accuracy base of 95, a damage of -%. It inflicts bleed on enemies for 2 points for 3 rounds, and it also lowers their bleed resist and their speed. Bleed is a status ailment that causes the enemy to bleed every round, which is really good. I can't tell you the amount of bosses in this game I've killed using bleed. It's just really helpful. So I'm probably going to put bleed on this big gentleman right now. So now he will take damage every round. This is my Crusader. He has Smite, which is just a normal melee skill. It does extra damage versus Unholy. These are just men I'm fighting, so they're not like unholy creatures of the night. Zealous Accusation, which is a ranged skill. It doesn't hurt them, but it affects them, doesn't it? But it lowers their damage by 40% and their crits by 4%. Stunning Blow will stun the enemy for a turn. Also lowers their damage by 50%. That's 9 damage. And then Bulwark of Faith raises my torch level, and it also buffs the person who's using it. So it'll buff the knight to give plus 20 protection. It also marks him, which is bad because enemies will be more likely to attack. But use that to your advantage. This is a very strategic game. It's also very fun. I love how this one bandit is just like nipples out. Like, I don't need a shirt. I got this hood. I got the belt. Just take this all. What? There's also more characters you can select from in the game. You just have to acquire them. And we will see more about that when we get to the village. I'm gonna take
Their formation is broken. Maintain
corpses.
the offensive.
When monsters die, they leave corpses. Corpses act as a temporary obstacle and will eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but often a better approach is to ranged skill, push-pull skills, and even corpse-clearing special skills that some heroes possess. I think only one hero possesses. Monsters that are infected with bleed, blight, or crits. Wait, no, that up? Let's die, you're almost dead. Where are the other scenes? I mean,
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the
let me get all these
blade.
goodies. Completing a quest. After you've completed the requirements of the quest, you have the option to return to town. You don't need to return. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon. Like, and you don't have to return to town the second the quest is over. Like, if I were to return to town right there, I would have passed out on this quest. Oh, well, maybe I should have. Wow. The chest was beat. This is all the treasure I collected. Heirlooms are like kind of like a form of currency. You use them to build buildings and. Now this is when you learn any. Yeah. So now Dismas, my lovely highwayman, he has a good character trait he just learned, where he has +10 accuracy versus beast, +5 crit chance. Reynald learned a good thing where he gets 20% to his healing skills, which admittedly aren't great, but he's also an alcoholic. He has an intense craving for alcohol, and that could affect us later in the game.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands.
So this is like, this tells you what happened in the week.
You are bound to them.
So Dismas is now apprentice highwayman, Reynald is apprentice crusader, and then on the right is like your goals. So like they're very long. There's roster goals, and then there's also like your main goal. So like your main goal is to, your final goal is to like complete the final Dark Dungeon quest. Then those last two goals, to beat the Miller and the Sleeper, those are the DLC. But yeah. So this is the stagecoach, which is where I can recruit new heroes. You can have, right now I can have 10 heroes, but I can upgrade it eventually to I think have 21 heroes. So right now I have, oh good, 2 healers. You have Hughes, who is a plague doctor. We love the plague.
Better laboratory than
and Indy, which is a Vestal, and Vestals are like warrior nuns, kind of. So yeah, I can use those heirlooms I just got to upgrade the stagecoach, which is great. I think I'm gonna upgrade the outfit.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory.
And eventually you get upgrades that'll allow you to get heroes that are at better levels. So like right now in my other game, I have like heroes that are like level 6. And if I were to just keep accepting heroes at the stagecoach that were like level 0, that would be kind of a waste, because I'd have to spend time leveling them up. So you have a higher chance of getting like level 4 heroes, 5.
In time, you will
This is just
know the
videos
tragic
stuff.
extent of my failings.
This lady sells you stuff.
Trinkets
Always
and
for, like,
charms
something.
gathered from all the forgotten
Blacksmith.
corners of the earth.
He's closed right now, but that's where you get armor and weapons. The guild is closed right now. Tavern is closed right now. Sanitarium is closed. But like the sanitarium is where I would go to, like if a character had like a physical ailment like tetanus or a torn rotator cuff or something like that, I would take them there to get it dealt with. Or you can put them also into like the mental ward if they have like a mental flaw, which you need to get rid of. So this is the graveyard
will
where
end
your
up
fallen
here,
heroes end up.
covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion. A mecca of madness and morbidity.
So these are the different areas you can explore. Right now I
Your
can only
work
explore the
begins.
ruins. Obviously the darkest dungeon is like the goal, like your goal is to get to the darkest dungeon. I only just now got to the darkest dungeon in my other. So I want to pick Kidney. He's this person. I always try to have 2 healers on my team. Some healers, there's several healers in this game, and they all heal differently. The Vestal is like the most basic healer. The Plague Doctor heals, but he doesn't do really good. Or she, Plague Doctor's woman, but their outfit is very like They heal you, but they don't heal you for a lot, but they remove status ailments like flight.
The cost of preparedness, measured now.
So you want to
in
always
gold,
get a lot of torches.
later.
I probably got too many, but you do want to get food. Eventually your quests will get longer and longer. And you'll have to get more food. Sometimes you have to camp during your quest, which is fun. Sometimes you camp once. I think the most you'll ever camp during a quest is twice. But yeah. You see that little symbol that appeared over the Vestal's head? That means she was stressed out. Those white squares under their red health bar is their stress level. When that bar reaches the end, that's when like stuff can get bad because they can so when it reaches the end, it has to go through twice. The first time they get stressed out, and the second time they can have a heart attack. That's this one. Okay, so she has Judgment, which will heal her for 3 HP whilst dealing damage to an enemy. She has Divine Grace, which heals one person 4 to 5 points. She has Divine Comfort, which heals the party 1 to 3 points. No one is healed. I'm going to use Judgment just to finish off that guy.
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And my lovely Plague Doctor has Emboldening Vapors, which buffs an ally for 20 damage, to do extra damage, and raises their speed. And then they have Disorientating Blast, which will shuffle the enemy team, messing up their spaces, which is good because sometimes if someone's in the back, they get moved to the front, they can attack you, and also stuns. I'm just going to buff my music. Attack this dude, and I
Another
killed him.
abomination cleansed from our lands.
Yes, I do have a key. Oh, and the item had no. So, I just lost that key. We left. I did get an extra shovel. That bar at the top is my
Even the cold stone
torch
seems bent
meter.
on preventing
The
passage.
higher your torch, the less stressed your teammates are, and the higher their accuracy. I think the more damage they. The darker it gets, the harder things get, but the better the rewards. Select the torch category. Yeah, so if the darker it is, the tougher the enemies are, but you also get higher rewards. So you kind of see that bitch in the back to the right. I need to kill her first. She's gonna stress out.
Their formation is broken.
Well,
Maintain
that was
defensive.
easy. But she does these moves that stress out your party members, and it can get real bad real fast.
Be gone, fiend.
I don't want to jinx it, but so far things are going very well. That's good.
Back to the pit.
Wow. I got some bandages. Good. It's good to get bandages because, if you have the Plague Doctor like I do, they can deal with bleeding characters. But if you don't have them, you'll want to use a torch. I'll go up. That's our map in the right hand corner, for anyone wondering. Oh, I got a
Finding the
key.
stuff is only the first test.
Now, I
Now it
didn't
must be
have to
carried home.
interact with that backpack. I could have walked right past it. If one of your characters has, I think it's called like the Curious quirk, they would interact with it automatically without even telling them to, which could be good or bad. Because if like the backpack had been booby trapped and they interacted with it, they could have gotten hurt. Some of your characters can become kleptomaniac, which means if you open a chest, that character will take the items in it. If you don't get it, like you yourself. The interesting thing about this game is that we're not playing any of these characters here, like you're playing yourself and you're just sending them out on quest for you. If that makes sense. You're like the organizer. You're like the dungeon master in D&D, basically. I'm gonna use like. Oh no, I'm gonna stun her. This guy in the front can cause bleed a lot if it's upsetting. Oh, cool, I resisted. Also, resist. And we kill it. I hate those things. Later on in the game, when you start encountering like 2 of them in a party, it really can get bad. I'm gonna cause this big. Oh, that did it for us. I'm gonna have to heal my legs. Okay. So like these 2 moves, these grenade moves that my Plague Doctor has, they can only attack enemies at the back 2 spots. And right now there are no enemies in the back 2 spots, so it's really like can't really use it. So I'm gonna buff save instead. So I'm going to use Divine Grace to heal my lovely. If anyone wants to watch like a really good playthrough of this, I highly recommend Christopher Odd on YouTube. A few months ago, towards the start of the pandemic, actually maybe a little bit before the pandemic, he did a really long playthrough of this, and he was using he was playing it on the PC, and on the PC you can get different mods because the creators of this game like encourage that, and there's like a bunch of fan-created characters that are really cool. So he's playing with all these extra characters that I could play as, which made me a little bit jealous. But he plays the game really well and explains it really well, and it really helped me understand the game.
Gold, trinkets and baubles.
So I could have opened that chest without a key, but because I used a key, I got extra stuff. Let's see that trap.
Ambushed by foul inventions.
Sometimes your characters will scout ahead on the map. Some of them have skills that do that, and it'll reveal things on those little tiles. You can see them before you get to them, which is nice. Like it'll reveal traps and where enemies are expected to attack you.
Cruel machinations spring to life.
The goal for this quest is to just explore 90% of the rooms. So I could have explored those 2 rooms on the right, and that would have counted. I could have left this room. So we got, see how low my torch level is? We got surprised, and it caused my team to shuffle out of order. It's not good. I'm gonna stun this archer in the back. This could really damage people. I'm gonna move her to the back. She can attack from any position basically, but she's really just good at healing. So I don't really push her in any other positions. Now see, this sucks because I'm gonna have to spend some turns moving my characters around. Which is unfortunate. There are certain characters that have moves that move them around, like they have attacks and skills that move them around the party, which is really nice. Like the Jester is one move. He has a move that moves him to the back of the party and he attacks. He has another move that moves him to the front of the party and he attacks. He has another move that moves him to the back of the party and he buffs himself. It's a really cool. I can get a move for my Crusader called Holy Lance that will... The insanity management is really hard. Yeah, so right now one of my heroes is at Death's Door, setting. I have to work on that. Yeah, I just did one of my first dives in the darkest dungeon in my other game, and one of my characters went insane. Like, really. I had to abandon the quest, which means I lost them. So obsessed with this. I'm gonna stun this man. Possibly. Leave Ronaldo alone.
Another one falls.
Healing. I'm just gonna heal.
Compassion
Woohoo.
is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Technically should be good on this space, but I think I can tap. Oh, and it's been eating badly today. I think this,
Impressive haul.
let me
If you
rearrange.
value
Oh,
such things.
Wait. Actually, I guess I think this. It gave me loot. I thought it would change a quirk real quick. I'm gonna go. That red symbol on my map means that if I take a step forward, I'm gonna fight someone. I'm just kidding. I don't want to do it. Actually, I should support you. Oh, it's a bunch of spiders. Oh, trigger warning, arachnophobia. I meant to say that earlier. I was thinking about that. I should mention that there are spiders. No, I should have healed. Should have used her to heal.
Sedated.
Bring all this up. Ronaldo is quite actually a great job. You also have skills that attack several people. Some that attack obviously just one person.
Executed with impunity.
I hope I get another chance to use mine. Okay. I need to remember to heal next time I get in a fight.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Why is she like constantly getting stressed out? Zoophobia, so she's a. Oh, sure. Her speed goes up, the torch is below 26. There's a +5 scouting chance of abhorrence, and she gets extra stress versus. But she's not afraid of the dark or anything. I was just wondering why she was constantly getting stressed out.
A fortune
Oh, food.
waiting to be spent.
I do wish you could get upgrades to your inventory. That'd be nice. No, I beat the quest. Do I want to go into the last room? I'm gonna not. The last room. I feel like that would be asking for a battle. It's a decent chunk. Okay, what's wrong with everyone? Okay, so she now gets extra stuff versus unholy creatures. However, Hughes gets extra stress in the wield, and Renaud is -5 accuracy on his ranged skills. Well, luckily for Renaud, he only has one ranged skill, so that's not that bad. I think we
I
made
remember
it out of
days
there.
when the sun shone and laughter could
Over
be heard from
time,
the tavern.
negative quirks will lock into place and become severe. Severe negative quirks cost much more to remove. The tavern is now unlocked, and Abbey is now unlocked. So that's good. So you have to also deal with your character's stress levels. Ideally in between each round, but some 2 rounds. This I'm going to see what new heroes we got. Oh, we got a leper, Seeker Shield Breaker, I don't use the leper that often. The leper, like, their whole deal is that they, like, deal a lot of damage, but they also take a lot of damage. It's not about that.
Fresh kegs, cards, and
So I could send a
rooms
hero
promise
here
solace to the
to
weary
relax
and
by either
broken
drinking
alike.
or gambling or going to the brothel. I can also send a character to the
The
Abbey
cobwebs
to
have been
meditate
dusted,
or
the pews set straight. The
flagellate
Abbey
themselves.
calls
It's
to
fun.
the faithful.
I'm not going to send anyone for stress relief. We're all doing radio. Okay? Now I can go to the farm. Farm is a DLC where you just keep fighting like waves of enemies. It's based on the story The Color Out of Space by Lovecraft, which is really good, and I highly recommend you read it. I also highly recommend that you see the movie with Nicolas Cage, because I know Nicolas Cage gets a bad rap, but that movie was excellent. Whoever did the sound design should get all the So I have 4 quests I could do right now in the rooms. I can scout, which I just had to explore 90% of the room, and I get some cool rewards. I can skirmish, which means I have to complete all of the room battles. Again, I can cleanse, which means I have to complete all the room battles. And I can also cleanse. Now, the cleanse one is a medium quest, which means I will have to camp partway through. I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do a short one. I'm going to do a short one. I'm going to look. I want to see what skills my. Okay, so their skills are locked. No slow reflex. Why do you got slow reflex, huh? Mine is with speed. I don't know if I want to take my Plague Doctor because they don't have any additional healing skills right now. I think I would still take. I'm gonna take my leper. I'm gonna take my bounty. We're gonna do. No, we're not gonna do the farms then. We'll do skirmish. I haven't purchased much food. I thought I purchased plenty of food, but apparently I didn't. How rude. I'm gonna show off the cup again. Look, look, it's so beautiful. This stream is brought to you by Poppables. Hold on, Poppables. Lay's potato chip Poppables, salt and vinegar flavor. I just discovered them. They're amazing. Not sponsored, but I wish. Lay's.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble
So
line?
you can look at your characters by pressing Y, and this shows you girl. So this character's name is Guron. I'm gonna say that. And they are musical, which means that if I were to have the bard in my team and they use Inspired Tomb, I would get more of a bonus from that. But they're also infirm, which means they get less healing. They're a nervous bleeder, which means if they get bleed inflicted upon them, they lose their accuracy. So that's and my secret bounty hunter also is a nervous bleeder. That's exciting. Let's go down. I don't use lepers a lot.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now
I'm hoping to get a grave problem soon. I love the grave problem. That's... Wow. So we got surprised, which is why we're all out of whack.
Another one falls.
Oh, I should have used stun. I'm just gonna move her. She barely do anything. Oh. Hello, sleep. What are we playing tomorrow? Tomorrow we're playing Buffy. I found some cheat codes. So we're gonna use those. See, the leper is like really strong, but they also take more damage, which is not it. Now the bounty hunter is pretty cool because they can attack from like almost any position. It looks like. Well, I'm just gonna have to deal with some of these corpses. I'm gonna use my stun grenade. I also like the amount of female characters in this game, because you got the Vestal who's female, the Plague Doctor's female, the Musketeer and the Herbalist are both ladies, the Shield Breaker is a lady, Grave Robber's a lady, not a lady.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. Their formation is broken.
Damn, this is making me want to
maintain the offensive.
One of my favorite classes is the Flagellant. Yeah. I'm just gonna move. Should have wasted heals. Oh, that's right, I can clear the corpses. Oh. I forgot that I can do that, even though I just mentioned it. And I'll have perception.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
I wonder how many people see my tweets and actually see streams. That's like, because lots of people interact with my tweets, but I don't know like how many people like see the tweets and like then they're like, wow, I'm gonna go watch it. You know, I think most of my views come from my Facebook friends and the Discord server. I'm not complaining about it. That is a
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
This is one of the first games I purchased for my Switch. Revenge. Yeah, so this is a buff I can use that increases my damage and my accuracy and my crits. However, it lowers my dodge and increases the amount of damage it. So when I first got my Switch, I got 3 games. I got Portal Knights, which is a fun game. I've never played it, kind of Minecrafty. It's cute. I don't love it. I got Portal Knights. I got Hollow Knight, which again is very fun. I haven't beat it because I'm stuck. I haven't wanted to play it because I'm stuck in like a year. And then I got this. I'm excited for the second one. I don't know if they've announced a release date. Wow. I'm gonna stun them. Bounty Hunter has a move that hurts people that are stunned.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Where is it? Okay. It didn't really do that much. But it's called Mark for Death and it does additional damage to insects. I'm gonna buff. Make it nice and shiny. playing Pope.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
I'm trying to think of some of the characters that Christopher Odd used. Oh wait, so he was playing a modded version that had a bunch of extra characters that like people created. There was a Lamia character, and so she looked like this beautiful opera singer, and then she would transform into like a snake woman, and that was really cool. There was a character called the Cook. Get all the food. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. Yeah. There was a character called the Cook, and she was like this old woman, and I think she could cook food for the party, in like heal them while the battle's going on. I think she could also make poisons that would kill me. Don't quote me. That was a really interesting character that someone created. There was a vampire character called. There's a vampire character called Countess, who's really cool. She was similar to the leopard.
A trifling victory,
Strength,
but a victory nonetheless.
and she would turn into So I haven't played the vampire DLC because it makes the game harder. But the vampires in this game are all based on like insects. And like the higher up vampires, like the vampires, like turn into like giant leeches and stuff. But the Countess would be too big. I like the transformation classes. There's only one Wow, am I bleeding? There's only one transformation class in the base game, and that's the Abomination when he turns into like a werewolf. I really like him, but you have to play him very carefully because when he transforms into the werewolf, it stresses out your party, which makes sense. But I tend to only play him when I have a jester on my team. Because the jester has
Glittering gold,
moves that will
trinkets and baubles. Paid for.
So there's certain things you can use on these things to make them give you more stuff. I can't remember. I have a list of like what to use with each little interaction. Oh, I should. I love this art style, though. I think this art style. Oh, we got a scout. Okay. Well, my job is to actually. You've activated the trap card. I always think of that meme where it's like, you've activated my trap card. Should. Oh, bugs.
Be gone, fiend. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Let me attack. It would have gone great. It would have left.
Back to the pit.
Jeez. I think I can open this. No. I have. There's like some things you can interact with, they'll be fine. But there's other things where you have to use an item in order to interact with it safely. That little guy in the back there with the goblet and the knife, he does a lot of stress moves to your team. It's very. I think they might. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm starting to like the leopard. I never used them in my other game. I don't even know if I have a leopard. I was really upset because in my other game, I was doing what I thought would be an easy dungeon, and I had an occultist on my team, and I loved the occultist, and he ended up getting killed. I was very sad about it. He was like a really powerful occultist, and I had him paired up. I would use him and a plague doctor at the same time because that's a really good combination. He got stressed out. He was on death's door. Shot him. Little idiot. I should have killed my leper. Oh wait, ah! Now you can't do anything. You're in the front. Oh, I lied. You can do something. Let me heal. Yay.
This expedition at least promises success.
What's this? Oh, I can't. The map is like really zoomed in, and I don't know how to zoom out because I'm not using the touch screen. Right. It's here. It's the R button. Hold map. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I generally play this on the, the handheld. These little goblet boots. My poor little Hughes is gonna freak out. You, my beautiful plague doctor.
Precision and power.
Yay, I dealt with it.
How quickly the tide turns.
Wow. Okay, that actually went pretty smoothly apart from... I'm worried about how stressed my plague doctor is, but...
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I remember what it's called whenever they get stressed out.
If only treasure could staunch the flow.
I'm getting a lot of treasure, which...
Otherworldly corruption.
Oh, I should have used the torch before I went. Oh, God. I try to almost always use the torch before I go in. Who needs heal? I'm gonna just heal them. Yeah, meh. Got Subway today for lunch. Haven't had Subway in a while. We went into the store to pick it up. We were going to order on the app, but you can't use coupons on the app, despite the fact that the page of coupons we had said order on the app for contactless, stuff. But yeah, you can't. But I ended up getting a tuna sandwich. Try not to eat too much.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
I really like the rotisserie chicken. However, they don't have the rotisserie chicken anymore, and I think that's stupid. Because the rotisserie chicken was the best damn thing. Because the normal chicken's all dry. I can interact with this. Yep. Sometimes if you read an unsettling passage, they get like a negative character flaw, which is not always good. Oh, great. Oh, a goblet man and a skull. Oh, this is shaping up. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, his resolve is tested up. Oh, he's good. Huh.
Adversity can foster hope and resilience.
So sometimes heroes respond to the onslaught of stress by becoming virtuous. This elevated state of performance will last until they suffer a large amount of stress when return to town. They can confer stat bonuses and other benefits. So they either become virtuous or like crazy. But I much prefer them to be virtuous. So I'm gonna chop this dude. What does that mean? Hits. Oh, that's right. His accuracy goes down. I'm gonna keep stunning these hits. Sorry. Gone. I went to bed late. Let's heal. What do I got? Oh, I can knock this idiot back. Ah! Now it's gonna ruin that lady's whole day. She's up tired. Leave my plague doctor. Oh. Innocent. I keep forgetting the plague doctor. Kill her, please. Thank you. I forgot that you can change your character's colors and stuff. You can also rename your characters. I don't typically bother, unless I like really like that person. That's fun. I love the leper. Please don't. Don't do that. Thank you. Of course, dodge. Oh, he's dead. Oh. Yeah. It is beautiful.
Inspiration and improvement.
This. I'm bleeding again. I finish him.
Destroyed. Remind
But I
yourself
go
that
back to
overconfidence
the
is a
fight
slow
with chest.
and insidious killer.
Oh, I don't. It was trapped, of course.
Room by room, hall by hall.
I made
We
5,000
reclaim what is
dollars.
ours.
What stuff? Oh, cool. So Hughes now has extra healing power. And, oh god, I don't even know how to pronounce my bounty hunter's name. Boileves. Whatever. He gets extra damage in a certain amount. So that's exciting. We like that. We love it. Wheeling and
She has
dealing.
paid dearly for her freedom. That deserves
Oh.
than this place.
So whenever this happens, these this event, it's generally like a slightly more powerful character, so I will take Leno. Okay. Okay, so now the guild. So this is where you
Make no
level up your
mistake.
characters. It costs
We will
money.
face ever greater
And you can
threats.
also level up the
Our
guild.
soldiers must be
Give
ready.
your character more ranks. And then this is the blacksmith.
The
Where you
bellows
level up your
blast
character's
once
weapon.
again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
A grave robber!
To those
And
with
an
a keen eye,
occultist!
gold
Come
gleams
on,
like a
little
dagger's point.
Okay, so now that I have more characters to choose from, I can send my other characters to de-stress. Sorry, I have to look around. It covers the corner of my team. Well, everyone else is like pretty okay. I'm gonna like not send it because they're pretty good. I don't have rules of. Oh, we can explore the wheel. Let's use to the tavern we go. Yeah, I want to use my grave robber. I love the grave robber so much. Let's use my new shield breaker. And oh, we have an occultist too. Let's use that. Actually, let's use the occultist and a plague doctor because that is a pairing that I enjoy. Front, I believe the grave robber. Let me check her skills. Okay, so she should technically be in like the second position. So what about shield breaker? Serpents. That moves me forward with space. There's something that moves me backwards. Okay, I'm gonna put the shield breaker in the front and see how that works. What skills does it take off? Any healing skills? But maybe we won't use them. I remember how to. Oh, I have to go to the. Okay, we might stick with this team. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the guild. Getting you pretty hard let's to play with. Yeah, I mean, if I send them to the brothel, sure. Let's unlock battlefield medicine. Because we love medicine on the battlefield. Flashing dagger. Throw daggers. Toxic trickery. Also good. I have the money. Let's do those two. What about Adder's Kiss moves me back. Pick that. Pick the tail. All the leveling up. Now I will remap their skills when I'm in. Yeah, the only thing I wish about this game is that you could upgrade your space. That's about it. I don't really have any other complaints about this game. I enjoy it a lot. I haven't been. I only started playing it again this week, like on Sunday. I was taking a break from it because,
Corruption
like I
has
said,
soaked
it
the
requires
soil,
strategy.
sapping all good life from these
Wasn't feeling.
groves. Let us burn out this
I
evil.
was more chilling. So she's in the front, so she can't use lunge. Trickery. Throw dagger. Serpent sweating. So yeah, I like the shield breaker and I like the grave robber because they have boots that switch them back and forth in their positions. So that is nice. So I took 100% of room battles. What time is it, by the way? Oh, before I go any further, I'm going to do an ad break while I'm thinking of it. And then we'll get started in this dungeon. Apparently Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO of Amazon. All right, our ad is over. The article, like, my sister just told you that like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, the article title kind of made it sound like he stepped down as some kind of like bad thing, and like in reality,
Ancient
still like
traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
I mean, he's still like the richest human being in the world. So. Well, that was unfun. I love the grave robbers. Founders don't get ads. The grave robbers outfit is like it. I need to shop.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
I like this area because you fight like weird people. Of course, I know. But that's stunned. Put them in the back. So she resisted. I love it. He has like the coolest moves. Now you're stressful. Yeah. Ah. Ooh, good pull. Ah, that.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That.
As the fiend falls, a faint
Yeah, so
hope
I like this
blossoms.
setup I have right now. I forgot to give my. I need to remember to give my Plague Doctor skill. Because basically my Shield Maiden, whatever they're called, and my Grave Robber would just constantly switch places as they attack. It'll go very well. So the Occultist has a healing skill, but the way it works is a little interesting. The range in which it heals you is different every time. It's all based on probability. And it has the chance to also cause bleeding on the person you heal. So that is why I pair them with the Plague Doctor, because
often attracts
the Plague Doctor has a skill that
unwanted
eliminates.
attention.
What? I'm gonna get rid of Story. Six. We shall continue. torch before I go for it. Oh, that was nice.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of
Oh
otherworldly
no.
corruption.
Oh god. Okay. This thing is really annoying. And it does, I hate this thing. Yep. He's gonna summon little head people that are basically my characters. It's not. Oh, where's my stuff? Poison. Look at it. Fuck.
Inspiration and improvement.
Let's impale. I need to try and just kill that guy, the collector, that's what it's called. Because he'll just keep summoning these little head people if they're not. Kill the mama. It's already blighted, so you can't get bored. Missile artillery. Ooh, I'm gonna mark. They're using like my own skills against me. Some stuff.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
I don't want to lose this shield breaker already.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
See, the Plague Doctor doesn't really heal for that much, but they have other things that are go. Stop healing.
Ringing
Oh.
ears, blurred vision.
Oh, good.
The end approaches.
Yeah, back one. Perform beyond. I'm trying to perform beyond my limits, but
Perched at the very
now
precipice
Lenome's
of
at death's
oblivion.
door. I should have taken best.
Death is patient. It will wait.
I'm trying to take this bit. You know,
As life ebbs,
Grant Shaw.
terrible
Not
vistas
death's
of
door.
emptiness reveal themselves.
I'm gonna try and heal. Oh, it did 0 points.
And now the true
I can
test.
kill him, everyone.
Hold fast or expire.
Okay.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Oh, of course, the poison didn't work. Good. Don't heal him. Now he's gonna summon someone else. Death blow. Oh, great. I lost the character.
Feeding the evil there.
This early into the game. Hmm. Please kill you. I healed myself, but I also inflicted wounds. Luckily, like, no. Please become virtuous.
There can be no hope in this hell.
I'm
No hope at all.
afflicted. Great. I don't want to shadow me. Get rid of her.
Continue the
She's
onslaught.
even though we'll just
Destroy
summon
them
someone.
all.
Everything's messed up now. My shield breaker died. Oh, my party's all messed up.
Teetering on the brink.
Oh no.
Facing the
Who's
abyss.
having a heart attack? Oh. Oh my.
Injury and despondence.
We might abandon
Set the
this.
stage for heroism or cowardice.
I can poison him. Oh, he killed himself. Great. They live. Just live. They live. Oh my god, everyone is.
Confidence surges as the enemy
Can't hit the
crumbles.
back because her move doesn't attack the back pusher. That sucks. I want to use collect ball. This is how this game works, everyone. Please go yourself. 1 point left. She's bleeding.
Impressive.
How do I ever remove the light? Or light it. He could just poison himself. I think, yeah, it's more off. And everyone's like moves are messed up now because there's no fourth person.
Reeling, gasping, taken over the edge.
Now she's
to
crazy.
madness.
He's almost dead. He's okay. Everyone's at death's door.
Death cannot be escaped, but it can be postponed.
It had to happen something. Oh, thank God she can. Oh, and she missed.
A death denied. For now.
He's like so close to death. I can't get a hit
This
in.
is no place for
Well,
the
there goes
weak
my
or
call.
foolhardy.
I think we're probably gonna all die. Virtuous? Yes!
Many fall in the face of chaos.
You're
but
still
not
gonna
this one.
die, but
Not
at least you're
today.
virtuous. Can't attack that back spot and like. We're all gonna die. They're really hanging on though. Like, bless them. That's it. Oh, that might have been a good play. Oh, okay. What do I got? Can't use battlefield medicine. I'm in the wrong spot. My characters are good. Yeah, the bell is definitely pulling. We're all gonna die. There's no point in shadow fading, because it'll just push me back a slot. Let's do it. I don't think it's gonna help. If I can get like one hit in, actually, hit strikes, I could probably kill them.
Survival is a tenuous proposition in this sprawling tomb.
And she got a heart. Okay. Well, that was
You
fun.
endure this loss and learn from it.
No treasure. Everyone's dead. I don't think I've ever had an entire party before.
All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final crowning.
So that's how
thing.
this game works.
I could not look, nor could I look
Oh,
away.
a jester and a meadows. Okay, well. Let's try again. Oh, so all the areas are unlocked now. Let's do the wheel again. Is my new man at all? One. Try again with the shield break. Use my new opponent. Trying to equip the little bit of items I have. Let's see how this goes. Shall we? Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch may launch on March 9th. Apex Legends? I don't know what Apex Legends is. Battle Royale shooter. No. Not my kind of game.
Corruption has soaked the soil,
Ooh,
sapping all good
a
life from these
spout
groves.
right off the...
Let us burn out this evil.
You've been awake since 5 a.m. That's gross. Well, I hope you have a good rest of the night and get some sleep. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, yeah, you're going to bed. Good. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll be here tomorrow at 11 a.m. and Thursday at 5. Tomorrow we're playing Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Have a good sleep.
The will to
Poison.
fight falters. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Already? He's at death's door. Jesus. Wow, I'm trying to die, so... I'm blighted.
Back to the pit. Another one falls. Ghoulish horrors,
This
brought low and driven into the mud.
oh, really. The torch. Love it. Hope this room is easy. Ease thing. Oh, that's nice. Well, that was a good way to start the battle.
Another abomination cleansed
That
from
was
our
also a good
lands.
way to start the battle.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
This battle, much.
Precision and power. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
That battle went very well. I will pick up torch. Troubling effigy. Oh, what do I do with the troubling effigy? I'm gonna look this up real quick. So I don't wanna like mess up my team. So, excuse me, everyone. What's this thing called? Darkness Done. I have a feeling with a name like Troubling Effigy, I probably shouldn't touch it. .5% chance that it imbues the hero with energy. Gain quirk, 50% chance to gain positive quirk, 50% chance to gain negative quirk. 37.5% chance the FP lashes out, rejecting the hero, where I get blighted, stress damage, bleeding. 25% chance that any power the FP once had is now lost. If I use holy water, it would have a powerful effect and I would gain positive quirk. I didn't find holy water. We'll take the chance. Oh, yep. Ain't that just the way? Battle? Oh. Oh, there's evil. Let's pull her in front. Yep. Right. Let's poison the bitch. Let's just bash her head in. Oh, of course she died.
Their formation is broken.
Dealt with.
Maintain the offensive.
That was a big front. Oh, the shield breaker's also
As the fiend
Ooh.
falls,
Wow.
faint hope blossoms.
Let's heal the party.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
I think that'd be great if I one-shot this
Be
dude.
gone, fiend.
That was a nice
Trifling
kill.
victory, but a victory
What a lovely
nonetheless.
bam. Now we know there's an enemy in this room because of the way the room looks. Who is it? Oh, mushroom people. The dog. The horse, the dog. Oh, don't do it. You missed. What should I do? Monsters with high protection. Some monsters have high protection, which absorbs the attack of the bomb. Dots, blight, needed more protection for effective means to take on this target bird. Okay, I got that. Let's judgment stop. Oh, of course. Let's rush. Of course. Let's just impale as
Well
the
struck.
dog dodged again. What is it? This dog. You give me rabies. There we go. The dogs can't actually infect with rabies. Fun fact. Oh. Oh. Do it. Everyone. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna give you anti-venom and then you're just gonna get infected again. I only have one. You're lucky. Yeah, I know. You're poison. Feel it. Dick. That name does not. doesn't really go with this character. I don't know what name would go with the character. They don't look like big. Oh, I just got some kind of disease. That's great. That's great. We love getting diseases from mushroom. What if I pull this in? Of course it is. I want to blight them. I don't even know if I can blight them because they're like poisoned already. Yep. Resistant. Oh, shit. This is sun. Please. Heal the damage. It acts like poison. Oh. Sorry. I wasn't tired. Is that
A singular strike.
Actually, that thing wasn't supposed to only creature. The little annoying creature with mushroom corpses in the back.
A
Yay!
devastating blow.
So the
As victories
Shield
mount,
Breaker is an interesting
so
character
too
because
will
they have like their own
resistance.
little storyline, and when you camp with them, the first 3 times you
A
camp
handsome
with them,
reward.
you have to
for a
fight
task
these like
well
creatures in
performed.
the Shield Breaker's dreams. But after that,
If only
after you
treasure
fight them
could
this
times
you
the
don't fight them
flow
anymore.
of
Your Shield Breaker gets
otherworldly
them.
corruption.
All your Shield Breakers in the future get like
Curious
permanent
is the trap maker's art.
buff.
His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
What am I infected with? So, a tapeworm. Really? A tapeworm. She's gonna. That means she consumes more food. Of course. 3 more rooms left. Let's see how this goes. Oh no. That man in the back is gonna fuck me. Yeah. He stresses everyone out. He yells crazy shit at them. And she does her thing. I'm gonna pull him to the front. Let's get that. This is yes. Riposte is a good thing, but on if someone has the ability to riposte, because I mean every time they get attacked, they counter attack. Yeah, see.
The abyss
This
returns even the boldest gaze.
Oh, I forgot that when she does that, it messes with the torch. That's dead. That's dead. She's stressed out. She's not good. Not super stressed out. Of course she dodged it. Of course she dodged it. There we go. That's better. By all means, push my shield breaker to the back. I just got these little mushrooms. Really, I can't remember what story. No, and I have my HP level. I'll figure out what story it's is. Recently, I read through like the entire. Actually, I think it was almost everything by. But there was a story about like people that did weird mushrooms, but they were dead. Like they didn't come back. Battle is taking long. I shall weird reconstruct. Oh, he's bleeding. I don't think I can. I mean, I guess I could flight them, but they always resist it because they're like made of flight. You love the pulse. Let me feel.
Compassion is a rarity in the fever pitch of battle.
Take that. Sorry. There we go. I'll just use those
These nightmarish
bandages.
creatures
Just
can be felled. They can be beaten. Nature
shovel
herself,
that.
a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, I did want to go down here. I did not hit it so soon. I hit it accidentally. Discretion. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay. She
Finding
ate
the
it.
stuff is only the first test. Now it must
How
be
would she
carried
kept
home.
it? Well, is she a kleptomaniac? She has a tapeworm for sure. She's not a klepto. I'm gonna have to send her to the infirmary after this to deal with that tapeworm. The last battle. That's Impale. Because Impale hits everyone. I love. Reach out judgment. Some. Damage. I want to make sure. Sometimes the thing I have my Switch connected to doesn't always charge my Switch as fast as the normal dock. I don't know where my actual Switch dock is. It's in the house, but I have no idea where. So I don't know. I put it somewhere. I remember unplugging it from my TV downstairs, and I'm like, I'm gonna take this upstairs. And then I put it down, and it disappeared. I think this little thing's in the back. I love all the character designs of every creature in this game, but fighting these little monsters.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Like, I love that. No. Resist. If I could escape, if I could finish this level without my Vestal getting stressed out, I'd love it. What did this do? There, spell attack corpse. I'm really curious as to why he has imposter syndrome. That must be what. Consumed by thoughts of inadequacy. Okay, I've had people with imposter syndrome, but it's never affected my battle before. I guess I've just been lucky. Yay!
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Oh, I still have more battles to do.
The match is struck.
I wonder if
A
one. I
blazing
guess it's
star is born.
no. This is probably the last one. One would hope. Let us inhale. I'm gonna pull this. And my man at arms. Destroy him. Ha ha. Shall heal my lovely man arms. For bellies. There's only two. One of which is come on. Oh, great. Oh, healed him for 0 and. Oh, at least she got a crit. There we go. Trying to finish one of them.
The ground quakes. Masterfully executed.
Yeah.
Impressive. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, apparently that's not the last one.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh. And
I got rid of my
indefatigable
shovels because I
purpose.
assumed that was going to be the last good battle. Oh. I'm feeling my Vestal is gonna her resolve is tested.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Yeah, because she's fearful, she might pass turns and stuff. Very annoying. Leave me alone. And now she's gonna stress everyone else. Wait.
Obliterated. Soothed. Sedated.
I forget that you can reach the third person. That was cool, right? Four questions.
Weaken.
Good. Got the bitch out of it. Oh,
A momentary
probably could have
abatement.
used her to finish that last guy off. But... Here we go.
Be wary.
That would be well.
Triumphant
Check
pride
this chest.
precipitates a dizzying
You have it.
fall.
Yay. Ouch. Ouch.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that must be fought.
What do we got? Oh. He's sickly, which means he's less resistant to disease, and he is faithless, and he will not pray gladly. I can live with that. I can live with that.
Awash in blood and delusion,
Oh,
he bears the burden
my
of 1,000
husband that got a
lifetimes.
flagellant. I love flagellant.
There is power
They're
in the
such
blood
a cool.
for those with the fortitude to pay the
I
price.
will take Great Robber.
Barbaric
full.
rage
My
and
upgrade my
unrelenting
bear.
savagery make for a powerful ally. Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities. We can use this.
I sent someone get sent to the Oh, he'll only visit the brothel. That's fine. What about lost symptoms sickly? No, that wasn't it. Oh, she had a tapeworm. I'm gonna deal with it. I don't want Raymond's kleptomania. It's funny, he's a God-fearing kleptomaniac. That's hilarious. Well, I'm gonna call it a night because it's 6:55 and I'm not gonna be able to finish another quest in 5 minutes. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Miss Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I found cheat codes, so we should be able to finally get past that damn mission I've been stuck on. I should have just beat the mission on my own time, but nah, you guys that. And so what? Tomorrow's Buffy. The next day is
Ruin
Alice,
has
American
come
East
to our
Alice,
family.
and then Friday is whatever we want it to be. Maybe more starred. Maybe
You
mine.
remember our venerable house.
But, yeah.
Opulent
So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning.